This is the SAS versus Gullyd3ck3l map. Import and import.
What do they have? Okay.
Right. Is updated.
Okay. What? Okay. What do you do with the? You know, it doesn't work that way.
And Boulder Bay is the first map that they are starting on.
Boulder Bay. Okay. Hmm.
And their first matchup is Japan versus. What the hell, Gully? Thanks for fixing the overlay.
Yeah, it's just it doesn't work with the font. It doesn't
Well,
resize, unfortunately.
welcome guys to Gullyd3ck3l fan on the left side versus SAS fan on the right side. I kind of like that our players enjoy each other.
Yeah,
Oh,
definitely.
and
Yeah, I mean,
should
it's
have.
like it is a high level play tournament here, but it also is a very friendly tournament. The people know each other and have known each other for quite a long time, and so um,
We could get a little bit of a breath of fresh air. That would be nice. But Boulder Bay, and it's going to be Japan versus Abbasid.
Japan
And you know
versus
what?
Abbasid. Okay.
You know what? Abbasid is not super bad on Boulder Bay. It is just a very special way to play it, and at the same time, Japan is excellent on Boulder Bay. So,
Well, I mean,
yeah.
Abbasid do get the cheaper dogs, so I guess, right? I don't know, maybe that makes a difference here. I did send you 15 invites, so you should be able to.
15 of them. Holy shit.
At least, yeah. Here, one more. There you go. Okay, good. We got the draft updated. The game is here. We click on observe match. And with that, we can hop in. So Boulder Bay it is. Oh,
Nice.
the names, man.
Wow, Gully, are you just gonna let that stand and not change your name? That is so rude.
That is rude, yeah. That is rude. So the big Gullyd3ck3l fan, aka SAS, playing the Japanese on the left side in red, down here, moving out to the Varys real quick, and Gullyd3ck3l, the SAS fan, playing the Abbasid Dynasty, also moving out to the berries. So both, I mean, I guess you're not really moving out to the berries.
I mean,
You just build a
Japan
farmhouse.
just built a house anyway.
That's the thing. Like you just build a house here anyway. So, because for those who don't know, the house is also a mill basically. So.
Yeah. So the thing about this is, Abbasid, the way Abbasid plays a water map, because your age-up takes so long, you cannot go fishing. You essentially cannot go for water early.
Yeah.
Because if you do, your age-up is going to be so late that you're automatically water. So you just have to open on land, and it's a very sad state of affairs. But at the same time, if you go military wing, you then suddenly have 4 units for free that can build a ram.
Which is pretty insane.
It's pretty fun, except
I mean,
for your opponent.
Not for your opponent. Like you get greeted by a ram at 5 minutes, and you're like, "What the flip is going on here?"
And you're like, "Oh, I have a dock. They don't. I'm winning. Wait, why is my dock on?"
Yeah, why is there? And they have this like one villager next to it trying to like torch it down or something, and it doesn't really work.
Oh, look at SAS already laming the deer. Is that something a Gullyd3ck3l fan would do?
And even a big Gullyd3ck3l fan, you know. I don't know. But he only did 2, so I guess it's fine.
Yeah. So SAS is following suit in the southern side. He is not gonna go for water. He's just gonna go straight feudal. And I mean, I kind of expecting to see a Coca Township.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. I would also agree with the Coca Township.
I guess with 2 shinobi, you could potentially take on the military wing units. If you pop on top of the archers and just snipe them down with your 20 melee hits,
Then it works,
20 damage
yeah.
melee hits.
Should work. And we do have the military wing, by the way. So I was gonna ask like what kind of wing do you expect? But yeah, it is the Coca Township against the military wing. And he's already rallying to here, so he kind of. Wait, is he expecting? I mean, he did scout the shoreline, so he knows that there's technically no dock here. At least not at the start.
Could always be a late dock.
Could be a late dock,
his villager, though, already on the way. Did he scout his own? Oh, he didn't scout his own shoreline. That's
No,
always a little awkward. Because you want to be building your dock to a spot where the deep sea fish is super close.
Yeah.
But in this situation, you kind of don't care too much because it's all about winning water.
Yeah, so this one is chilling for a little bit here, and yeah, so he did see technically that there's a deep sea fish here, there's one over here, deep water fish, and so it's not the worst, right? So, but yeah, docks getting dented in pretty hard by the shinobi, so that's gonna be interesting to see. Military wing units are gonna be out a little bit faster than the Coca Township is up, and then it takes another 15 seconds, I believe, for the shinobi to come out.
Yeah,
something like that.
SAS though, he's very relaxed, I'll say. There is absolutely no move towards the water. He's just chilling.
He be chilling, yeah, that is sure.
I hate you. I mean,
why?
Was that an attempt at being chilling?
No, it wasn't. Like it was.
Okay, then I'm sorry, I'm oversensitized. And,
no, you can still hate me. That's fine. I'm used to that.
No, it's not your fault. I blame Cow. He made me like this. By the way, Dao is popping out in 3 seconds. So Gullyd has a warship out on the water. SAS is producing his second shinobi right after the first. And going into Yumi.
Interesting. Huh.
This is a very interesting opening for SAS. I am interested to hear his reasoning, or maybe Gullyd.
Yeah.
Because I think usually you'd expect to just open on the water.
You definitely expect to open on the water. So military units, military wing units coming out here, also accompanied by the Dao. So it is gonna be a little bit difficult for SAS to go on water because there's already Dao on the field, and we're gonna see a little bit of a can you call it raid here? I don't know. Well, like units at least attacking the villagers. SAS needs to retreat, but we have there's the Yumi Ashigaru, and there's also the shinobi who could blink in any second now.
So the Yumi will lose against the archers in a direct fight, but the shinobi do so much damage that it does. Yeah. And the Yumi are also faster. So, but Gullyd is just gonna kite these guys straight into the galley fire.
Yeah, the Dao is really doing a lot of damage against the shinobi. They will heal up though, so as long as you don't lose them, it's still kind of fine.
SAS is on 5 shinobi now.
Wow.
Let's go.
Let's go. Yeah, that is insane. I mean, Woodland should still be safe for Gullyd3ck3l, and he can just boom on water now. 2 docks already. 14 villagers on wood right now.
SAS doesn't know about the second dock, by the way. He only scouted the one so far. That's why he's only pulling 1 shinobi over. Is the villager still? Yeah, the villager is still around here. So the villager is dead. But,
well, is he? Because that shinobi's not doing anything right now.
Oh,
shinobi jumping over the wall here. 1 villager going down here for Gullyd3ck3l is adding 2 archery rangers right now.
But then one archery range is so far out, he can just get disabled. This Shinobi, though, used sabotage on a
there's
piece of
sabotage,
wall.
and then
There's
nothing.
more Shinobi!
Wow. A lot of Yumi Ashigaru actually here. This one is still chilling, so we could see potentially a third dog relatively soon. Military wing units not doing anything right now.
Oh, this is so scary. Gullyd correctly realizing that if he gets pushed off these wood lines, he's just gonna be dead.
Yeah, pretty much.
Puts out a tower immediately.
Yeah, that tower is a very good call here by Gullyd3ck3l. He cannot lose access to the wood line. Even though it is still kind of in the town center range. With the Shinobi, you can run in, kill a villager, jump back out again. And yeah, it is very critical for him to remain access to that wood line.
Yeah. Gullyd manages to finish the wall now. Now, of course, the Shinobi can just jump over that. So what is Gullyd's move here? Honestly, if I'm Gullyd, I'm just making a second piece of wall right behind this one. So you can't jump all the way.
So, by the way, we do see a ramp being constructed by SAS, so he is definitely doubling and tripling down on the feudal aggression here. One of the hard samurai on in queue as well, so moving into a little bit of a heavy armored composition, and the ram actually it kind of looking like it's going for the dogs here actually, which totally makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, Gullyd has one villager here. He cannot stop this ram.
No.
So that's gonna be all his food income gone, unfortunately. Or, I mean, I say all his food income. He still has a lot of sheep at home. He still has the berries at home. And he was on more eco units than the opponent the entire time. So he's still somewhat fine.
Yeah, somewhat is a good term to use, I guess.
But he's not liking this. By the way, Gullyd opting to not go for a stable as you'd expect against seeing the mass Yumi. He's just gonna go straight into mass archers. And SAS, who initially pumped out 2 spears, is now going into samurai, which gonna be real rough if you only have archers.
Yeah. Yeah, villager going down here as well, so SAS is taking out the dogs and at the same time is building 3 dogs by himself. And this one Dao should now move over here, and that could actually be a lot of help here against those 2 villagers. And a lot of Yumi Ashigaru.
SAS doesn't pay attention, but SAS does pay attention, sees the galley come in. Honestly, you have 10 Yumi here. If you just spread formation, can you just not take out the Dao?
Yeah, I would say spread formation and then maybe even jump in with the Shinobi and try to hit it. That could
But
work.
Gullyd brought his entire army out, which unfortunately for him only consists of archers, so he can't do anything against this ram.
Yeah, that
There's
ram
the
is,
one spearman.
Down, yeah.
Yeah, he needs to rebuild the dock. Fortunately for him, it's cheaper. Oh, Gullyd's reinforcements are running straight through SAS's army.
Yeah, that's a good point here to just camp that.
This is so scary for Gullyd. He kind of is fine as long as the galley is here, but the galley is about to beat his good old friend Warjunk and is gonna be dead.
Yeah, the Warjunk is gonna take care of that, and we have the Bannerman that will buff the Yumis. If you okay, he's losing that.
He's sniping the Bannerman, but the banner persists. So
yeah, it's still for like 20 seconds there, so that doesn't really matter that much. And Samurai and Yumi just hunting down the archers, and once that is done, Gullyd3ck3l has almost lost all of his army, and he will lose access to water. He can preserve the fishing boats for now, but that doesn't help him if he doesn't get a dock up again.
4 archery ranges churning away for Gullyd3ck3l. Still no move to go into any horsemen. I mean, he now has a food problem. Or is going to have one if he does not stay on pure archers, which cost basically no food. They only cost 30 per. I mean, Gullyd's army is pretty big. And SAS does realize that right now. I'm expecting to see SAS drop a stable next. But he's currently busy booming on water, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, either player should drop drop stables at some point. Gullyd3ck3l also apparently lost a couple of shinobi somewhere.
Here comes a double ram play. Oh, I love it.
Awesome, yeah. Well, return it. Return the favor. Why not? And the difference
coming
is
in
that
for Gullyd now.
Yeah,
Oh no! Gullyd's dock at the top side gets scouted out. Fortunately, I say, he brought 3 villagers here to build it. Is he gonna get that up? Like, I don't think it goes.
No, that's...
For
Oh,
third hit?
wow. Okay, that was
Calculated.
So
Calculated. Ram at the bottom side is not being protected by the archers. So these samurai are taking quite a heavy toll, and that's a lot of galleys sitting on top of this dock. So little rough to try and get in there.
I mean, it's only archer ships, so it's not good against rams, but it would be good against the archers. So Gullyd3ck3l can't really follow that up with his army, though.
And SAS is like, I'm Japan. Yes, I could build horsemen, but you know, I have samurai, and they're way cooler.
They are way cooler, I have to admit. Like, that's for sure.
I'm a little sad we don't get the Ronin skin for samurai, but you know, it's cool. We now have Ronin. I shouldn't complain. There's the 1 shinobi raid on the gold. Please, Gullyd, notice this. This is dangerous. Okay, it's not dangerous. It's in TC range.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Gullyd3ck3l is able to clean up most of SAS's army and is actually getting one of the docks down. So it is 2 docks on SAS's side against this one that is still here for Gullyd3ck3l. And Gullyd3ck3l still has a lot of archers actually. So even though it's maybe not the most efficient composition that you can go for in this situation, it still gets the job done somehow.
Castle Age is 1 minute 30 out for Gullyd. He really wants to preserve those archers, but he's gonna move with them anyway, gonna go straight towards the wood line. Fortunately for SAS, there is absolutely no way of a chop through happening in time. Maybe he can snipe one. Let's see. No. Oh, and he even sends the attack ping shooting the gate.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Gullyd3ck3l doesn't have the vision here. He doesn't have a scout anymore, and so there's no way for him to somehow sneak around here.
Prediction time. Gullyd's gonna lose 21 archers, and then he's gonna hit Castle.
Oh my goodness. That's never.
He really would have liked to keep these around for that.
Yeah, that's never a feel good moment. I mean, the archers, they can still kind of kite, I guess, but yeah, he'll definitely go down to like 10 archers at least.
Yeah, the Yumi are just faster. They can't really stand and fight either because the samurai are right behind.
Yeah, just preserve them, and then like some of them are super low as well. So this is just not so good for Gullyd3ck3l. Yeah, lost half of his archers here while he's going up for Castle Age. So SAS must like that, I have to say.
Gullyd was just too eager to do something here. Did not expect the wall. Did not scout for it either. And yeah, he's just gonna lose all of his archers in return. Now going straight into knights though, triple stable is about to be prepared. But SAS is already aging now. So if he had done some damage here, delayed SAS, that would have been absolutely huge for him. He would have an amazing timing now to do so.
Yeah.
Instead, he doesn't have an army and he can barely defend himself.
Yeah, that's just a very unfortunate timing, and I think just goes to show that the importance of having a scout around. Like, he didn't know about the walls, didn't scout them, then he got caught in a very bad position, and then was hunted down by the faster units. He's going for a second town center though, so that should help him offset the issue that he lost water at least a little bit. And Gullyd3ck3l now also Castle Age doesn't have the upgrades yet, but is moving in, killing a lot of villagers here. 11 villager kills, is moving or meeting a knight rather, but also still getting a couple villagers here.
SAS knew exactly what to do here. Just move straight in. I mean, he's gonna pay quite a few units to do this, but killed more eco, delayed Gully more.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just worth it for him. And in the meantime, I mean, he does not have extended lines, I'll say, but he's shoreline fishing with his wills, super effective. He is. How many fishing boats is that? He's on 10 fishing boats.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, if you're looking at the eco numbers here, he's very, very strong, and oh my goodness, just the income here. If you're looking at gold and food, it's like 4 times as much as Gullyd3ck3l has right now.
Gully is currently making a farm transition, and there's a 3rd town center.
Okay, yeah, I guess that could really help him, but that also needs to pay off. So that's kind of granted that the game goes for longer than another 5 to 10 minutes.
He needs to do this. SAS sees the 2nd TC and is like, okay, Gully's. But does he expect a 3rd town?
I don't think so. I don't think so, actually.
I mean, this is the epitome of greed, which I also did when I played against OPD. Like, I lost water and I immediately dropped down 2 extra town centers, and I died horribly because, you know, you're super vulnerable and you're still super behind. And if your opponent knows how to boom on water, as SAS does, then he has an equally good boom.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's like a lot less investment that you have to do on water. I mean, if you're looking at what the town center costs, mind you, we do have the cheaper town center here for Abbasid, but even then, it's still a couple hundred resources that you invest, and on the other hand, you have 154 dock, and then you're fine. Yeah. So definitely an uphill battle in terms of eco here for Gullyd3ck3l. A good choice, I would say, the 3 town centers, but yeah, it does need to pay off.
It's his only choice. Like, if he's just gonna make units, then because he's so behind economically, he's just gonna have a long drawn. This is a YOLO. Either I equal.
Yeah.
And right now, I think he's dying because it's 47 military units to 8.
Yeah, that is a pretty rough spot. And then
there's also the fact that his gold is 350 left in the tank, and then he's empty.
Yeah, I mean, he technically could get access to the big gold vein on the south side of his base, and then he also has the big one here close to his base, but that is basically getting camped by SAS rather.
It comes with Japanese knights. That's so nice. I wish I had a gold like that.
That would be nice, huh? Well, and then also, like, trade is not really an option here. I mean, Abbasid usually doesn't trade anyway, but even if he would want to trade instead of going for the town center boom, he can't do that because, yeah, SAS is right here, so he needs to lure him away first if he would want to trade. Like, a big if, but, yeah.
I mean, in a second, Gully will need to go into Camel Archers because that is basically what he has left as a unit choice, because it doesn't cost gold and it only costs a lot of food, and he just made 25 farms.
Yeah. Gullyd3ck3l trying to expand his base a little further, but just what a good read by SAS actually to just move here in time. I mean, like 5 seconds later, and the walls would have been there. So a very good read here by SAS, and there's actually an opening here, so he will be able to move into the base. Gullyd3ck3l has a couple units here as well as crossbows, so that is not gonna be super samurai friendly.
Yeah, not the greatest environment for these guys, but it is still 77 units to 20. Now, of course, that includes the 2 junks and the 3 Shinto priests. Speaking of priests, I mean, SAS is just gonna get 5 relics for free.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's 2 more. One is like on the northern corner. The other one is like in his base, basically, by extension. And so I don't see. I mean, okay, he didn't scout the one. Okay, he didn't scout the other one. I guess you can guess where it would be, but yeah, he doesn't.
I think it's always there.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. And it has to be there because it's nowhere else, and so it needs to be in that corner somewhere. But yeah, he doesn't technically know about it.
Yeah, 5 rams about to pop in. By the way, if you look at eco numbers, Gully is almost equalized now.
Wow.
Now, if only that were the same for military. then he'd be just fine, right? Right?
Right? Yeah, but yeah, military count is 3 times in favor for SAS. And SAS is moving in now. The Rams are knocking at the door, quite literally. And yeah, I don't think that the numbers are... I mean, Gullyd3ck3l is pumping out as much as he can right now, but he just doesn't have the numbers right now, and he needs to have more time. Like, this is the one thing that he needs more time.
He's doing his best, his very, very best. I mean, okay, I was gonna say, is there a counter to the Camel Riders? Yes, there is, very much so. There is 23 Yumi that are just be happy feasting, but he doesn't even need them because he has 30 plus Samurai.
Yeah, and the Rams slowly but surely taking care of... I mean, it's just the eco buildings, but even that kind of hurts Abbasid because of the Golden Age. And so it just sets them back just a little bit, and outposts getting dropped, and... yeah.
If SAS in this moment is facing double Mangonel or triple Mangonel, I'm still voting in his favor. And there's no Mangonels here, so that's just idle chatter because Gullyd3ck3l is dead.
Yeah, definitely, pretty much. I mean, there's still like 4 Rams here, a couple of reinforcements streaming in. Gullyd3ck3l SAS did lose like 3,000 something military value, but at the same time Gullyd3ck3l lost 4,000, so which is basically everything that he had. 3 more knights in queue, 3 more crossbows in queue as well, but I don't see a reasonable way for him to come back. Town center actually got sabotaged here. Oh my goodness.
SAS is just telling us, you know what, I can also multitask. Look at this transport ship I made.
Yeah, just taking the sacred site here as well. So he will have both sacred sites relatively soon. Samurai in the back here, killing some more villagers, and that's gonna be it. And
yeah,
GG.
they probably had a little bit of banter still going. Gullyd3ck3l fan taking the first map. Yeah, okay, it's SAS, guys. It's SAS.
It is SAS, yeah. Yeah.
I did like the opening. There was a nice back and forth.
The opening was very, very nice, and by both players, and definitely good. Like, it was a water map, and there was a lot of like stuff happening around water, but it wasn't like... It wasn't a water map in that sense, like with demo ships and all that kind of stuff. Like, there was not a single demo ship there. Like, wow, resources, oh my goodness. Yeah, 3 relics, couple sacred sites. It was just not enough time for Gullyd3ck3l to really capitalize on the 3 town centers. Good. Okay, what's next?
Let's see here. We have SAS with Arabia home map and Gully with Socotra as his home map, and he did pick English.
Ooh.
So, does SAS have anything against English? I guess he can play HRE. Nah, French is just gonna die. Otto is probably also just gonna die.
Well,
I don't know.
I know.
I don't think there's anything that SAS has that can beat Gully's Socotra civs.
Well,
shoot me an invite.
I will shoot you an invite.
Thank you.
There you go. They're already in game, so we can just jump right back into it.
Off to hear that. Let's not talk the game up until we see the 5 minutes delay popping up.
Yeah. Very funny.
Sorry.
No, you're right.
While we're waiting, once again, in case you guys have been wondering what the hell this weird background is, it is actually the King of the Rockies banner, which is our upcoming LAN event in October. And if you want to have more information on that, go join our Discord. There's all the infos. There's all the edit posts. Otherwise, we've got the other infos. There's a sign up link in the chat and also the match arena. Such a weird background.
It's not a weird by the way, I do want to point out it's not a weird background.
It's fair, okay. It's a really cool background, but it's not Warchief Club appropriate.
Oh, I'm sorry. But yeah, I by the way, I asked you for permission, so you have no rights to.
I know, it's all on me. I said, hey, this looks nice, let's do that.
Well, actually, technically, you didn't even say that. You didn't say anything. You just said, I'm going to bed now. So that was the last I heard about it. But yeah, so Gullyd3ck3l is not starting off on the boar as we've seen the other game. So he's just gonna go on sheep for now. Let's look at the split, 7-2 right now. Rallying onto the sheep, so nothing too crazy here. Did find a couple sheep. Scouted out a little bit of the base.
You missed Gullyd. You missed Gullyd threading the needle there. He just walked behind the gold with his scout to take the other 2 sheep. And if you look at the TC range, that was.
Well, I guess that's what's called high risk, high reward, right? So it did work.
I would call it. This is gonna go, but it didn't.
Yeah. By the way, is that... Wait, why is that not... Okay, never mind.
Use your words.
I'm just trying to figure out why we don't have the overlay. No, oh yeah, there it is. Okay. Why was that not...
Weird.
Oh,
Gullyd was like, you know, I'm just gonna build this little wall here and you can go straight through my town center. And if your opponent doesn't pay attention in a crucial moment, then yeah, their scout is just gonna follow the waypoint and straight through this English TC.
Okay, so we have the Minework Palace coming up, by the way.
Oh yeah, like no surprises here. Minework is a really good choice in this case because you know you're gonna get longbow rushed and you want that +1 range defense, +1 range damage as fast as you can.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, as much as I like the Aachen Chapel, I think especially with the addition of the Cistercian cathedrals, whatever it is called, right? With the technology that you get with the monasteries. You don't necessarily need to have the Aachen Chapel anymore. You can still have that bonus at some point in the game. And so yeah, the Council Hall, no surprise.
The main argument for Aachen is you get all of that gathering bonus for all of your economy if your spawn is good.
Yeah.
Early, but with prelates being buffed to 9 villagers, just making a second prelate and going minework is actually really popular now.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like you can just go for a second prelate at some point if you want to, which you kind of want to do anyway at some point because of the relics. So the closer you get to Castle Age, so the more you probably want to have a second prelate on the field anyway. And Gullyd3ck3l is moving out as the age up is coming in, or like relatively close to it. So he will. There's the boar.
Is SAS trying to play burger?
I'm
like he's getting arrow slits on his output. And he's going for a second round of stone, which is kind of surprising to me. Never mind, I'm not gonna make any predictions anymore because this is weird. Oh no, and Gullyd is gonna...
Ooh, that's so close.
Never mind. Scout makes it away, Will makes it away. 2 health. That's all you need. 2 health and a dream.
Yeah. You know, this is the moment where I like to have the king that can just heal them up, but let's see how he utilizes the council hall instead.
Gullyd also dropping down a tower in the middle. So this is A, to help against potential horseman raids, because your wills are all by their lonesome here. And B, because you now have a staging to push into your opponent's base, and it's English. I know we all don't remember what English actually does because nobody plays them. But if you go into this huge circle that is going all the way up to the front wood line, if you click, and you're an opponent unit, English gets attack speed for free on their units. It's 20%. It's 20%. Huge.
That is huge. Yeah, I do not really understand why the outposts need to have that. I do understand, like it's network of castles. Why does an outpost have that? Like I do not really like. Anyway, I don't understand it. I don't need to understand it. That's fine. We have 2 longbows on the field, so just one. Like
Gullyd's going into a galley.
Ooh.
Love it.
That is quite.
But SAS is getting arrow slits on his tower right now. Gullyd dropping down the campfire to get the extra scout vision. It's beautiful.
Oh, I love that.
Do you remember? I think it was Lamette who was playing that in one of the LEL games.
That could be, yeah.
And he didn't realize that campfires cost wood, and he just dropped them everywhere. And then he was like, "Why can't I afford units?" Yeah, SAS is burgering, so this can work. This can work. Does he have enough food to make this work? Let's see here. He has the berries still. He has 4 sheep left, which are probably almost gathered out.
I mean,
Gullyd's getting on the berries though. This is scary.
Yeah, that is scary. SAS is trying to push the deer a little bit with the scout, but yeah, needs to run now from the longbows here, and
any deer would be crucial to get, but Gullyd's just gonna snipe them out.
Yeah.
But I don't think Gullyd has seen the H up yet. Bo3 is almost finished.
No, I don't think he has. I mean, the longbows do have a good vision range, but not that good, especially not in the
galley comes in, here. But does the galley should have barely have the range to shoot from outside of the tower range.
Yeah, I mean, if the villager's on the right, then I think you cannot hit them.
So Gullyd decides, no, I'm not going to try this in feudal. I don't have a king. This is too dangerous, and with mine work, the second range defense upgrade is coming in any second now, and then these longbows damage per shot against these men-at-arms. Can Gullyd get to castle?
The galley is actually outranging the tower here just a little bit. So 6.5 tiles range. Well, it's not really outranging it, but like because of the distance here. Yeah.
Can he go close enough to shoot the Berryvilles? Because that would be huge.
Oh, that would be huge. Should be.
If he can see them, he can see them.
You can see them, yeah.
Come on.
He could totally stand here and then shoot around the minework palace, and he could.
White tower coming up.
Ooh, white tower. Okay, where.
And he's power building them with all of his vills straight in the middle of his base.
Wow.
I guess except for those guys on the gold, I don't know. I mean, usually it's a good practice to have some units on the gold still, but in this case it might cost him a lot of vills.
Yeah, that will cost him a couple villagers. He's losing one already. He's also losing a galley here because he's not paying attention. And yeah, I mean, yeah, he does have the issue now that he cannot really deal with the castle-aged man-at-arms. And
he's doing a good job here rotating out his villagers. He did lose 5, but in this... Dude, you gotta finish the white tower still.
Finish him! Okay,
Okay, 6 dead vills. That is pretty disastrous, but it could be worse. Which is a weird thing to say.
That is a weird thing to say for sure, but yeah, it definitely could be worse. And SAS also lost a couple of men-at-arms in the process. The board still has 900 food, and so Gullyd3ck3l is pushed off that as well. And
yeah, Gullyd's food income is currently 5 per minute, which is not the place where he wants to be.
Yeah, I mean, it'll
Monastery
get up
coming. Oh, but SAS already took the first relic and he's collecting the second one with the prelate he has, and he made one from the TC. Third prelate is gonna get that one and put it in the outpost, and there's a yeah.
Yeah.
So Gully's not gonna get any relics.
Nope. Well, I mean, I guess you can also use the monk to heal up units, but yeah, he's not. Oh, and the sacred sites, they're still available. But yeah, I mean, how's the game gonna go on now? Because Gullyd3ck3l is moving into crossbows, obviously. Gullyd3ck3l SAS has a couple of men-at-arms, which are gonna get destroyed by the crossbows, at least if the numbers are in favor. Ooh, a lot of damage here, actually.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately for Gully, I'll say, SAS has full map control. I'm assuming he's gonna go into some horsemen just to keep that. Or he can make his own archers, that is the other option. And yeah, taking the sacreds here. Like, these towers here gonna get springleds. And then Gully basically cannot move. And as I say that, SAS is just gonna make more men-at-arms, which I'm not sure that should be the play, but Gully is just gonna make more crossbows, and then some more crossbows.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, as long as your opponent is only going for men-at-arms, there's no reason for you to switch into anything else, and he doesn't
There's the stable.
Doesn't even need to have production, funnily enough, because the white tower is just doing that. A couple of villagers idle, so moving on to the berries now here for Gullyd3ck3l.
Gully is so far behind. He's facing HRE with 40% inspired economy, and he lost 6 villagers.
Yeah, I mean,
and he is also. That's how many relics? That's 1, 2, 3, 4 behind.
Yeah, I mean, the good thing is he doesn't have like Ragnar's Cathedral against him. You know, like that's the one saving grace, I guess. But yeah, other than that, like 4 relics HRE is still 4 relics HRE, so that's not feeling super great. A couple of horsemen being added to the mix, although they're still only feudal for SAS.
11 crossbows against 2 horsemen. You're gonna take that trade.
Oof.
But it's a little dangerous with the Vills here, especially because they're really low health, some of them. But we can kite these. SAS is happy about the idle time. Gully is happy about the dead men.
Yeah, it's kind of like a lose-lose for both, you could say. Man, I'm still doing surprisingly well against the crossbows here, just because of their speed and.
Gully was miss-microing that just a little bit because he had barely not enough to one-shot, and then he just took 2 full salvos. Like usually you take the second salvo with fewer on the one that's low HP and shoot another unit with the others, but that's a lot to do while you're also managing your eco and running away.
Yeah, absolutely. And like, I mean, the thing is, like, while all of this is going on, SAS has complete map control. He just is happy with the deer here. Now is moving on to the berries. He can take those berries as well. He has this sacred site, so this is in the outpost range. This also kind of gathers like 12,000, or secures 12,000 gold as well. So, I don't. Okay, what is Gullyd3ck3l's way of coming back into this game? Like dropping a second town center or something? Like what is what are his options here?
Winning a decisive fight, and yeah, that's kind of the rough idea. But so that the ship that you push SAS off of food because you gain map control back by winning a fight hard, kind of already has sailed because SAS already starts farms and he has 7 of them and counting. You can't really push him off of gold because, you know, he has 4 relics, potentially soon to be 3 because there is a ram here trying to go for this tower. By the way, fighting under this tower, horrible.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, SAS lost like a horseman and a scout. And Gullyd3ck3l lost a knight here at least, so that alone is like a very even trade. And ooh, now Gullyd3ck3l losing a couple villagers here against the horseman raid here, even though he has a tower here. Next ram is coming in, but there's just so many men at arms here on the tail of that ram, and
yeah, SAS is just trading off the. Never mind, he's not even trading off anymore because he just has the. And Gully is not kiting, so
wow.
Gully's gonna lose everything here.
Yeah, that is gonna lose, you know, definitely losing everything here. The horsemen are super strong in this situation against the crossbows. That's like the one situation where horsemen are just immensely valuable.
Hey, horsemen are an amazing unit. I don't want to hear horsemen.
I don't know.
Horsemen are.
I don't like them. I think they suck. But hey, that's just me.
Wow, wow. Did you listen to Sorkerton much?
No, actually, I'm sorry. I didn't lose much to. But I did hear him talk about that. Actually, it's like I do know that he has a different opinion there, which is
He's
fine.
like, oh, horsemen are so bad. Horsemen are so bad. They need to be buffed. And then they actually got buffed. It's like the devs listen to our podcast, but
well, that's something.
you know, horsemen are actually amazing.
Well, I mean, for the cost, yes, definitely. But it's basically a spearman on a horse. Like that's literally it. So I guess for the cost, it's fine. But yeah, SAS playing this extremely well as usual. Very strong eco, and HIE just being good, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, Gully went for all the right moves. He went for the galley, but the tower was too strong there, so he couldn't find too much damage. Then he loses 6 on the age up, which is rough.
That is very rough, yeah. Yep.
And he also didn't find any damage with his longbows.